Oh man, we are live with another Cafe Crash, and I am your host, Daniel Crosier, with the astounding Joe Blablazo. Hello, Joe!
Hey, man.
Wave to the crowd.
That was awesome. That's the greatest intro ever. Thank you.
Yes, well, you are an amazing talent.
Oh, man. I'm not even dressed for this.
Well, ooh, no pants, huh? Sweet.
Oh, I should have worn my big shoulder pads or something.
Yeah, the 1980s. Yeah, I'm a professional business person. Shoulder pads.
It's like four of them, four stacked. I need to look like a linebacker. The more shoulder pads, the more professional.
Nice. Yeah, true. It's very Street Fighter. I think that, you're ready to be a video game character.
Yeah, the good salesman. Like, if my name's Bison, would you like to buy some? Huh?
What do you sell, M. Bison? Oh, I sell burgers, bison burgers.
I think we just we just wrote a whole new comic right now.
I know. There we go. It's the creative process happening live in front of a large audience.
I can't wait to get sued by Capcom.
Oh, I know. That's when you know you made it. When you get a cease and desist letter.
They're all, this is too good.
This is too good. We gotta shut you down.
And then Street Fighter 24, that's going to be the storyline. Will be all, that was our idea.
Yeah. Curses!
We'll still play it, though.
Revenge out on humanity! Joe, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm loving this sunny weather outside.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it?
It feels good. It's energizing.
What a great change of pace. All those blizzards and snows and snow beasts.
I guess we got another one coming tomorrow. We enjoy this, and then we'll get some more snow tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm supposed to drive to Greeley and go finish a mural, so we'll see if that happens now.
Oh, dang, dude.
Thanks for reminding me.
Maybe you can zoom it. Maybe you can zoom mural it.
Yeah, I'll just get one of those some little robot or something. I'm sure they have an AI. Every brewery has those now, right?
Totally.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. It seems like a reasonable thing.
I'll tweet at Bezos to lend you one of those robots, and then they can help you out there.
No, I appreciate it. Bezos, Lex Luthor, they're pretty much stand-ins for each other. So, I'm sure they're
tons of robots. Yeah.
Yeah. They're both harboring, unique technologies from other worlds.
Yeah. He's got an army of robots. That's comforting.
Yeah. Now I'm not going to sleep tonight. All right. We'll see you, Joe. I'm going to go take some, Valium or something.
That's right. In 30 years, the technology will be so all over the place. We'll all have our own armies of robots.
That's true. It'll be like the iPod, where we don't even want it anymore.
I mean, all my robots are just going to make me chicken wings and get me do runs for hot Cheetos. So I'm pumped. I'm pumped about it.
God. Oh, I feel so bad for your insides.
That's how I stay so fresh. I'm 65 years old. This is hot Cheetos.
Well, I'm going to have to reevaluate what I've been doing with my life. I've been trying to eat healthy, and I just look like cracked glass.
Well, the secret is the preservatives. It's like you're mummifying yourself from the inside.
I can hear myself break. It's like fragile plaster.
Yeah, I think all my guts are just like potato chip bags. I crinkle when I walk, and dogs get excited.
Oh my God! Oh, this is too much fun. We should just do this for the rest of the hour. Just make up bullshit,
I'm waiting for the cane to come out from my own house and pull.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's emailed. Hopefully, your girlfriend will get my demands.
Yeah, she'll storm in here and throw a pie at my face and we'll be all, another good show.
Joe, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you come from and how you got into the arts.
I'm originally from El Paso, Texas, home of the best Mexican food. Nice. You can fight me if you want. And Oh man, I mean, I've always been a fan of comic books and cartoons and everything, and so like, before we had cell phones or whatever, you just pass the time by drawing or whatever. So I just did that forever and ever, terribly, and then and then one day I was like, I should learn. I should really learn, and then I got a little more serious about it, and it kind of just went on from there, like drawing superheroes and monsters for friends, and then it went from there to like drawing the stories that we all tell each other. So there's fun little like somewhere in my attic there's old comics from middle school and high school of just a lot of Dragon Ball stuff. A lot of our friends just fighting each other Dragon Ball style. With the
Nice.
spikiest hair you've ever seen. And then yeah, then from there it went to in college I studied sculpture and built a lot of monsters, which was really
Cool.
fun.
Oh, wow.
And
Do you
then when
still
I
have
was
some- do you still have some of those sculptures?
there might still be one or two back in El Paso. I don't have any with me.
Oh, okay.
And then once I got out of college and realized you need to have a place to not only make more sculpture but to store it,
Yeah.
then I went to my second most favorite thing to do with monsters, which is just to draw them and tell silly stories with them. And so it kind of just I freaking loved it and just haven't stopped.
Nice. So you still do a lot of monsters and drawing a lot of illustrations on creatures and things like that. I think you've put together a couple books as well, right?
Yeah, I've in the first book I did was called Deathless, and that was like a action adventure book I did with my buddy, and that was just an excuse to draw dudes fighting monsters. Yeah, we'll just have guys fight monsters. It'll be really cool.
Nice.
And we did that, and then I do little mini comics here and there. The last monster book I put out was, I guess it's 2 years ago now. COVID like reset everything.
Yeah.
The Munch Transmissions, and that is
This one, right?
that's the one.
Sweet.
That's like it's like a fun little, you could call it like a handbook or a guidebook for monsters that are on the planet with a fun commentary by me and Herman Munch from who's a spaceman.
Oh, okay. Cool. So this is a guidebook?
It's lists all the monsters that are currently on the planet now. So some of them are aliens, some of them are native to the planet, some of them are experiments or made of magic, and it just kind of goes through, gives you little bit of info on each one of them, whether to stay away from them or give them a big old smooch. Up to you.
Nice. Well, update me. I think I'm a little slow, but I think I'm slow. I know I'm. Which planet are we talking about? This doesn't sound like Earth. This is
Earth. It is Earth. So there's like there's monsters in there that some of us are familiar with. You got your Bigfoots, you got your gray aliens, stuff like that, and then some lesser known ones from different parts of the world, or they're just so rare and they only come out every once in a while. But I happen to get that thanks to my thanks to Munch's help. He's able to give me the scoop on some of the more secretive ones, if you will.
Ooh, okay. He's got the know, huh?
Well, when you're a spaceman, there's a lot of you have access to stuff us regular Earth folk, we don't have the access to.
No, you got to be kind of a Rick and Morty type to get that, huh?
I know. I feel like I'm more of a Morty. And
I know that feeling.
I'm not smart enough to be a Rick.
Nor am I. I know I'm an asshole. I'm just not that big an asshole.
I probably drink and burp as much, but I don't make cool inventions when I'm in that state.
Well, you indicated earlier that that your insides are just as pristine. So alcohol is another good preservative.
It's true. I'm pickling and mummifying myself at the same. I'm gonna be around forever.
Yay, spicy Cheetos.
I'm gonna just be, yeah, I'm gonna look like the dude in RoboCop when all the chemicals fall, and I'll just be all, "You guys want to hang out?"
Guys, I got a new movie.
They'd be all, "Oh yeah, I invited Joe." They're all, "Ugh, the stinky
Oh my
chemical
God.
guy."
I'll get the mop.
Yeah, the human snail.
Well, at least we'll be able to see where you came, and where you're going.
That's
Because
true. I'll never be on the run.
jeez, oh man. So so you've always had a love of creatures and monsters and stuff. Growing up, was it just a big influence from films and comics?
I think it was a lot of just that, probably the perfect stew of all the things I was into.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the Alien and Predator movies came out, like they're rated R, but they have the coolest freaking toys, right? Like
Right.
100 Alien toys. And so
Right.
I collected the hell out of those because there was like, this one's a praying mantis alien. And like in my head, I'm like,
Right.
a face hugger get on a praying mantis. But anyways,
Yeah.
but they were so cool looking, and like the way they were like incorporating kind of the anatomy of the animal and all that stuff, like all that was really fascinating to me. And so like I would try to draw them, and then I would try to draw my own versions of them, because like there's no, they haven't made a bald eagle alien, so I'm like, I wonder what that looks like, and I'll draw that. And when I was like maybe 11 years old or something, I worked at a mini mart with my uncle. And so when it was time to break down all the cigarette cartons, he would be extra special careful to like cut them instead of tear them, and then he would hand them the flattened ones to me, and he'd be all, "Draw me some monsters." And so like whenever I wasn't sweeping up or doing whatever, I was drawing monsters on these cigarette cartons, and he would tape them around the register and everything. That's really cool.
Oh, that's so cool. So he was really supportive. While you were growing up. That's cool.
Yeah, it was, and my grandpa, he was in the Air Force, but when he was done, he was an art teacher at like a community college in El Paso, and
cool.
He's an amazing watercolor painter, freaking killer, man. And so like having like a reference of someone that I can go to for help or with questions or anything like that was super handy, because like I think out of my family, my house, I was the only one that was into stuff like that. It'd be like, "Look at this alien I drew." My mom's all, "That's beautiful." Actually, she was like, "Why don't you draw more pretty things?" And I was like, "Oh, those are boring, Mom."
Oh, well, it sounds like you have a really cool, supportive, family. Yeah, even if Mom wanted you to do pretty stuff, we're some flowers at least.
So yeah, even when my mom reads my comics now, she'll read them. She'll like, "Oh, it was great. Now can you just explain it to me?" I'm like, "Okay." You got it, Mom.
But that's cool. She's engaging. I don't know if there's too many parents that would do that.
Totally. Number one fan.
Oh, that's sweet. That's cool. With what was it? Your grandfather who taught community college. Did he show you a lot of tricks and some of your basics, or did you learn a lot under him?
It was more just like questions whenever they came up. He also lived on the other side of town, and I'd see him maybe like once a week, if that, sometimes.
Yeah.
And so he was also very interested too. Like I'd show him my drawings, and like he would like, in a nice grandpa way, to like a 10-year-old, like how to correct certain anatomy. So it's like
cool.
Super helpful stuff, and in a really not crappy art school critique kind of way.
Right. Yeah. That doesn't work out when it's your grandkid so much. Yeah.
He would always show me his art. He got arthritis pretty bad, so he switched to like carving. So for my birthday, even was it like a couple of years ago, because he hasn't been able to do it lately, but a couple of years ago, he sent me a little carving he did in the mail for my birthday.
Oh, that's awesome. I find that gifts that are made are the most endearing. I mean, they're the sweetest things.
Totally.
Yeah, to get what a wonderful surprise.
Oh yeah. And he wrote a little note on it for me. Keep smiling. I was like, Grandpa,
Oh, oh
freaking
my
nicest.
God. Oh, dude, that's gonna make me cry. I love hearing about those stories. So in turn, do you send him some of your original art and stuff too as gifts?
I've done drawings for him whenever I have a new book or new prints or whatever, just like a big package to the family.
Cool.
And so
That's pretty sweet. That's awesome. I love hearing about families that are super supportive. And Joe, you've been when it comes to art, you've been predominantly just you're really focusing on your own stuff, right? Your own content and your own originals and everything.
yes, yeah. It's nothing against fan art or any of that. I love it. I do it in my own time. I buy it. It's freaking cool. But as far as like the stuff I'm gonna take the time to sit down and knock it out. I like to be fun, new things that are a little bit challenging, but also stuff that I haven't seen before. That's important to me because I don't know. It's also like my own critique. Like, you already did this. How many times are you gonna draw skulls? I'm like, I know.
I know self. Oh, right.
He's like, take it easy, man. You know the day we had.
Yeah.
So it does tend to make the output a little slower, but in between, I try to do little drawings. I commissions wherever I can, and just mostly just having fun and taking those times to also like see if I can learn something new, try out experiments I've been wanting to try with color or materials or whatever.
Right. As an artist too, do you find that you need to be pretty, disciplined? Like, I've been talking to a lot of writers recently that, they sit down at the monitor for like 2 hours a day, 10 hours a day. It just depends. Do you find that you sit down at a sketch pad and just go at it every day?
I wish I was more organized that way. I think I try to be with work that pays. I make time,
Right.
So if I got a commission or I'm on a deadline or something, then I'll make the time and do it that way. My free time, usually it's I probably should more set a time aside, but usually it's just whenever there's free time and I'm in the mood, I guess.
Yeah.
So usually most of the sketching now happens whenever I have downtime at work, just because I'm at a desk whenever there's nothing going on, and I work at a print shop, so there's paper everywhere. So
Yeah, it's just teasing you at that point. It's like, come draw on me, okay?
Oh yeah. Every time I see someone taking like a bunch of paper to the recycling or whatever, I'm like, hold up, let me do a little quality control here and see if any of this is good for drawing.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to go about it. So it still sounds like when was it your uncle with the folded up cigarette boxes and stuff?
Uh-huh.
You draw on those. It sounds like that kind of has carried over a little bit and into this kind of reusing materials, not letting anything go to waste.
That's also from probably from college too, because in the you're broke in college, and so having to find materials to make stuff, you get
right.
You go in the trash, you'll go in the scrap pile, you'll whatever you can find, and I still do it.
Yeah, in college too. Like, you were going to art school, or what were you going for?
I majored in sculpture and minored in printmaking.
Oh, cool. Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, you were mentioning off camera that, a little bit earlier that you were doing a bunch of sculptures, and a lot of them are in El Paso. What were you sculpting?
I used a lot of. I was also a big LARPer back in the day too, and so
Oh,
I was.
you would love my girlfriend. She used to do a lot of medieval reenactment stuff.
I still have all my swords.
She does too. She keeps reminding me of it. So I say, yes, ma'am.
Dude, every camping trip I bring them, hoping to like get some drunk friends like yeah, and it hasn't worked out. Not yet.
Dude, I think that's how horror movies start.
Well, they're the foam ones. They're foam.
Okay. Those are the Again, those are also how horror movies start.
You're right.
It seems either way. It doesn't really matter. It's just
You're
with the foam ones, you're at a disadvantage, and with the real ones, you might be the stalker.
I mean, unless Jason comes out of the river with like a foam machete, then we're all having a great time.
Oh my god, I want to see that movie. What is this? It's called Nerf Jason.
Yeah.
Friday the Nerf-teenth.
I'm about it. We just made another movie. Look at us go.
Yeah, I know. It's like, okay, I guess we're gonna write this live. As okay, everybody out there, hit your recorders because this is going to be good.
Yeah, you're welcome, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, since I was a LARPer, I had tons of foam, and so again, using whatever I had, I would use. I would build them out of foam and whatever metal wire. I'd build like a skeleton with metal, and then build all the musculature with the foam, and then whatever kind of car upholstery was cheap at the time that I could get a good big size of. That's what the monster was going to look like. So there was like some like crappy like fake snake skin that I used one time. It came out pretty cool.
Wow.
And I did get this faux fur this one time because I wanted to make a furry monster.
Yeah.
And holy moly, it looked rough. So I shot it full of arrows, and it was pretty cool. It looked cool after that.
After the arrows, anything looks cool.
Yeah, anything with arrows sticking out of it.
Yeah.
There's a story there.
Yeah. Like, ooh, what happened? I had a rough day. Let me tell you, brother.
Totally. So just made them out of whatever I could get my hands on. I got a really good set of antlers from this one guy. That, I put on one monster, and then he gave me like a bunch of antler tips at the same time that I used as teeth for another one. So like just
cool.
Whatever I can get my hands on, I made it into some abomination.
Nice. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't wait to see these. Next time you're in El Paso, at least take some snapshots.
I should. I don't know if they may be extinct. I don't know.
Well, even that, like, you've seen, like with the Jim Henson Company, I don't know if you've seen those stills circulating online with like the creations from like Labyrinth and even
like kind of like falling apart.
Yeah, the latex rots and everything, and it's just not meant to keep. It's like it's still so attractive. It's unfortunate and grotesque, but it's just like it's still a work of art unto itself. Just watching time and the oils from those performers' hands deteriorate that stuff.
And like the way they're made, like just the amount of detail in them, it looks like they could just start talking at any moment, even like all rotten, and that's like,
oh my god, that would be wonderful and frightening all at the same time. Yeah, it's like, wow, this is amazing, and I peed myself a little.
Totally.
But
I think that's the dragon we're all chasing, right? Is
right.
I want to be amazed and then scared shitless for a second.
I think that's the beauty of like monsters. They exist. Like design wise, they're absolutely just gorgeous and frightening. And there's these things that we project our fears and everything on, but they're also wonderful storytelling tools in using allegory and everything like that. And then it's also interesting to see how other people interpret it.
Totally.
So like with horror films specifically, like I don't know if you ever saw the documentary. I think it's called Black Noir from Shudder. But talking about the African American experience in horror films and how like the monsters are, can be an allegory for a whole people. It's like, oh, it's so sad,
Totally.
to see that, that was something that had transpired, but now, it's a medium to really dive in and create your own monsters and do your own stories. So yeah, my hat's off to you for doing working on your books and your illustrations, because they're absolutely gorgeous.
Thanks, man.
Here, let me turn off this, and you sent me this little sketch.
Oh yeah, look at that guy.
Yeah, that guy's pretty awesome. What's his story?
So in the Munch transmissions, the spaceman, the group that he's part of, they're called the Crosies, and they're like they just kind of cruise the multiverse, and
Cool.
any kind of tears in the fabric of reality, they repair them.
Oh,
and
okay.
they're from all over the multiverse too. So this guy is a Cruzy. Looks like he just got off his lunch break, maybe.
Probably so. He had his Lunchables.
Yeah, you could tell must have been delicious. He's got a little bit of drool going on.
Yeah. Oh, that's
so. Yep, they're just kind of off to work, and that's this guy. He looks scary, but he's a chill dude.
He's pretty chill. He's good people to hang out with.
Oh yeah.
You were mentioning too before we went live the Muck. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, the Muck's a little mini comic I did I did it last year, and what it is it's like a cautionary tale from another world, another universe, similar to ours, and just addresses the problem of white supremacy and religion's complicitness in that problem.
Okay.
And just the failure to even acknowledge that the problem exists is gonna lead to nothing but bad stuff. We can't even begin to make any kind of progress until there's acknowledgement that something's happened. And so it was kind of just my frustration over the events of the last couple years specifically.
Yeah.
With the media being what it is, and seeing it, everywhere you turn. And then the thing that I think, not inspired, the thing that that stirred me into making it was just the horrible responses you see whenever people are talking about these kinds of things. And then you always get these people that some people that maybe claim to be religious or whatever, and then whenever they chime in with stuff that's so opposite of the things they preach. And I grew up super religious, so that oh man, that gets me the hardest, and so it was kind of just I put it on paper, I guess, because the internet is trash, and I didn't want to do it there.
Right. Well, I think with something like the Muck is, it's a good coping tool. It's a good way to express yourself. And it's too often I think people use religion as an excuse to just poop on people, and they talk about freedom of religion and all that, but it's really just it's freedom to poop on people that you do not like or disagree with, or maybe you find the Mickey or something like that. I mean, that's probably a little bit more of a valid argument, than it's like, I'm going to hide behind this book, somewhere in here it says that I can be a jerk to you.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't know, like you can and I feel like you can argue forever with some people about this, and I more than anything, it made me sad. On top of being sad for all the other terrible reasons that hurt to be mad about. but I think I took it super personally, and
Right.
that's what came from it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's good. It's these type of stories and books are great communication tools. Getting that out there, because if anything too, it just brings more positivity into the world, and can address these issues, because as a white person, dude, we fucked up the world, man. So oh jeez. But it's so we've got, you and I are during the pandemic, we've been working on a cool project.
Yeah, man, I'm pumped.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool, and everybody that's watching, you're hearing it here first.
The scoop.
Yes, you are getting the scoop. But one thing that prior to you and I working, my girlfriend and I, Elise, we've been working on some children's comics, and started on some children's books too, and of course, people recall, years ago, we did comics with the Enigma, the sideshow performer, Show Devils, but those were very R-rated comics. and we wanted to, I thought it would be a great idea to, incorporate him, into this world where it's more kid friendly, and it's more vibrant, and he is that walking, talking Hellboy that doesn't need makeup, but I mean, kids are fascinated by him too, right? And I reached out to you, and you seemed to pretty interested, and it's hopefully it was a new challenge and stuff, but yeah. I guess what are we calling it? We're calling it The Adventures of the Enigma.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Ooh. Let me bring up the cover art. This is cover art by illustrator Joe Blablazo. Oh my God, it's absolutely fantastic. Here it is, folks.
Yes, got him.
It is a wraparound cover, and there's an Enigma, jumping into action. Taking down this wasp creep with a corn on the cob. Oh my!
Got him.
Oh geez, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Joe, it's what what is it like working on a weird project like this, and having some yokel like me come out of the blue? It's like, hey, well, let's make a comic,
Dude, I was super pumped. You're like one of the nicest dudes I've met in the comic scene since I moved to Denver.
You're so good.
Oh no, man, I was pumped when you asked me. I was like, and then when you explained it to me, I was like, it reminds me of, like, those movies we watched when we were kids before there was a PG-13 rating that had some like super kind of scary stuff in them, but like those are the ones you love the most,
right?
And it feels like there's room for that in this book. And so that's the thing I love the most about it. Also, drawing the Enigma is really fun.
Yeah, all the tattoos and everything, and
that's been a challenge, but it's also really, really cool. And drawing his eyes has been super fun. He's got very striking eyes, and it's been gives so much to his like character, and the way I draw him expressing his facial expressions. That's been a trip. I find myself making myself laugh a bunch as I'll draw like a face and go, that's good.
That's awesome. Nick just posted, "Get that corn out of my face." Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, let me throw up some of I don't have any of your pages because I don't want to unveil those just yet. But I've got some. So here's the concept art that Joe sent me. All the fun. It's very animated. It looks like an animated series here. I love it. So was that like that type of style? Was that what you were going for with this, you think?
Yeah, because I tend to, if you look at some of my other drawings, I tend to really get in there with the details if I have all the time in the world to myself. And a lot of those details kind of age the work sometimes. I don't know if that makes sense. Like,
No,
doesn't age it, like, it just,
I totally get it. Yeah.
like, I think those things are cool. I don't think kids care about all the work that goes into drawing the texture of a denim jean, you know?
Yeah, maybe not so much. Right, right.
And so, yeah, I figured lots of like almost yeah, like not like cartoon style or tattoo style, like with just strong outlines, and then a lot of room to punch in some fun color, which is another thing I didn't used to love doing. I didn't used to love coloring comic work.
Yeah.
But it slowly become like one of my favorite parts of the process, just because like when you're doing it yourself and you see it like, whoa, once it's all colored, you're like, yeah, man, I did it. Like,
that's so cool. Yeah. Yeah. When you start turning in, the concept art and stuff, like I remember your watercolors, and maybe this is a credit to your grandfather, but when I would get your prints and you would do some of the coloring would be like, obviously watercolor. It's like, it's great washes. And I'm like, ooh, I think we had that initial meeting or over the phone, of course, because it was during COVID, and just talking about the project for an hour, 2 hours. And you were saying, oh yeah, no, I can do a lot of stuff digital. It's like, oh, because I always thought you were more of like, a traditionalist. I didn't think you were a quadruple threat. And now I'm learning that you're a sculptor. I'm just like, good day, sir. My ego is hot. But in a good way.
Well, I mean, most of the times it's like, look at this dumb thing I made out of mashed potatoes. That's the extent of my sculpture these days.
I love Close Encounters of a Third Kind. That's the greatest mashed potato sculpture ever made.
Never top it.
Yeah, it's like, what's wrong? Oh, it's gonna erupt with gravy.
New medium.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It brings new way to present exploding volcanoes for kids' science classes. Kids are more complex these days, so I'm sure they're well past that.
Man, I'm jealous.
Yeah, me too. I keep getting cool toys for educational toys for my niece and nephews and stuff, and I kind of want to be a kid now. But yeah, one of the things too is like, we're incorporating Enigma into, this other universe with all these other weird, colorful characters that kind of exist around, the circus life or the sideshow life and everything. And it's just like, what a good opportunity to take Enigma, who's a real life person, and yeah, incidentally, everybody that's watching out there, he lives in Sydney, Nebraska. He's got a tattoo shop up there called Tattooigi. Go look him up. If you're in Denver, it's just a 2.5 hour drive. So it's a short visit, but we'll probably have him here in the fall if Six Flags Elitch Gardens opens up. Yeah, but
like a big group with all of us. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It. But yeah, when you for him, he really loves talking to kids and talking to them about being bullied and how to deal with that and stuff. So I think that's one of the angles I kind of took with this story was that bully thing, finding and also like finding common ground, relating to each other, making friends, instead of creating adversaries and stuff, and how to resolve that. And sometimes it comes in the form of a blue tattooed guy, having to humiliate himself to some extent and entertain everybody as a distraction, so he can thwart the real bullies,
So we can throw some corn.
Yeah, gotta throw some corn. Yeah. So, yeah, yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. Obviously, with this project, we'll be rolling out with a Kickstarter, um, uh, you know, campaign here, hopefully in the next month or so. I still gotta, finish the script and everything, and I think we're waiting for. Well, you're just moving along with the pages too.
I'm trying my best, man.
It's looking sharp, and yeah, your digital color work is outstanding.
Thanks, man. It's been I got an iPad for Christmas 2 Christmases ago, and cool. Holy moly, yeah, it's a new beast. It's a new beast to learn and to figure out where I fit into this new drawing technology. It's super fun.
Nice, that's cool. Yeah, Elise keeps trying to get me to learn, and I donate an hour here, an hour there, and then I go do another project, and I come back, and I got to start all over. I forgot everything. I think I need to switch diets from mostly veggies to apparently fire hot Cheetos.
They're good and they're good for you.
Oh, I love that. You're a spokesperson for Cheetos. I love it,
Yeah. They're flamin' healthy.
Oh, flamin' healthy. Nice. Oh. That's not what happened there anytime I ate them. Oof.
That's how you know they're working.
Oh, when your insides hate you? Good.
Yeah.
It's like, how dare you? Yeah. So, Joe, how's life been during the pandemic?
It's been weird, man. I'm sure everyone knows, like, you just kind of do whatever you can. I've been working the whole time.
Good.
Fortunately. So I'm very grateful for that. But it has been weird, like just coming home from work every day and that's it, I'm sure like other folks too, like I wish I was more creative, but there were some months there, man, that were just like, what for? What's the point? Like, who cares? There's no shows. Like, there's a couple of months like that, and then there was, some supercharged months where I was like, holy crap, I just like did 10 drawings. That was awesome. Like, so it's got its waves and stuff, and you just do your best and keep in touch with whoever you can to
right
pet your cat all day, one day out, like just whatever you can do to stay sane, man. Right.
Yeah. After the Enigma book, do you have any other projects on the horizon?
Yeah. Speaking of sculpture, I'm working. I got some ideas for some kind of bigger pieces, more working with foam again.
Nice.
So that'll be a fun new experiment. And then I've got another mini comic that's spinning out of the Munch Transmissions called Ghost Pranks on the way.
Oh, nice.
That's like it's a TV show about ghosts playing pranks.
That's awesome. Yeah. For everybody, at home that's watching, not right now, but you can follow Joe on Instagram. It's his Instagram handle is streaming, down below. There it goes. Here it comes again. It's coming around. It's coming around the pass. Hang on.
Oh, it tickles.
Yeah, oh, geez. Yeah, that's unbecoming. So, but no, that's cool. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing about that. It sounds like you're juggling a lot of cool things all at the same time.
In my brain a lot, and then when it comes to actual physical stuff, then it's just however much room I have.
Yeah, very much so. Yet in the meantime, what are you and your girlfriend, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, what are you guys geeking out on? Like you catching up on any cool TV shows or movies?
Oh man, we loved the hell out of WandaVision. It
Oh,
was so
cool.
fun.
Nice.
Um, I'm digging Falcon and Winter Soldier. She doesn't dig it as much,
Yeah.
but I'm in it. Also, I got my parents into it, so I get a call from them every week, like, "Who's this? Who's this?"
Yeah.
But I love that. I love explaining it to them. That's fun.
Yeah,
Um,
I used to be able to do that with my parents. I think after Endgame, they just like, well, Captain America's not in it anymore.
yeah, they're done.
Iron Man's not in it anymore. Why do I care? It's like, well, the story continues. I was like, you mean the B-listers, the Falcon and Winter Soldier? No, they're the A team.
Dude, I know. I like my favorites growing up. I freaking loved Power Man and Iron Fist.
Wow,
I
cool.
love the Thunderbolts, like
Nice.
all the B list guys. So like
Yeah.
when they were, I mean, like I was excited for all the movies when they come out, especially because my birthday is in May, and so they usually come out usually right on my birthday.
Nice.
I think the first Avengers came out on my birthday, and my friends all like brought a cake into the theater, and the whole theater sang "Happy Birthday." It was the coolest thing.
That
It
is
was
awesome.
super rad.
That's so
Um,
cool.
But yeah, now that all these B listers are starting to show up, I'm like so pumped.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what they're doing, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Uh, I growing up, I was more of a DC Comics person. So
Ah,
so it's like, as much as so many of those movies are hard to really love, it's like I still enjoy the hell out of them.
they're fun, man. Did you get through all 4 hours of Justice League?
Yes, I did. I was surprised. I thought I was just, because yeah, the Joss Whedon Justice League, problematic, troubled film, just very kind of clunky. It's just this Frankenstein thing. I enjoyed the hell out of it for what it was, but it lacked incredible amounts of substance,
Mm-hmm.
depth I got out of like something like the Avengers, and I was so let down. So I didn't really have high expectations. Also because Zack Snyder also did Batman versus Superman, and as much as I really wanted to enjoy that movie, I have a lot of reservations. So
Totally.
but no, I was very pleasantly surprised. I mean, it didn't knock it out of the park, but it felt like a 4-course meal, all 4 hours.
Yep.
So that's all I can really ask for at this point.
I was already happy just with the Steppenwolf redesign. I was like, that's enough for me. I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah, I thought that was brilliant. He was actually very intimidating looking and very alien, and I think as a digital character, they really set him up to have a significant backstory and motive.
Totally.
Whereas in the first one, he just kind of popped out of the sky. It's like, hey, I need my Rubik's cubes, and I need to put them together. And
I'm the bad guy.
And I'm the bad guy, and I keep talking to somebody. Hey, mother. Hey, mother.
Man,
that's the worst Steppenwolf ever.
dude, yeah, he was just a tall man, like.
Yeah, it's just very generic and stuff, and it's just like, So
I couldn't stop staring at new Steppenwolf's armor, man. Every time he was on the screen, I was just like, whoa.
It was constantly moving too.
Yeah.
Whenever he was moving, it was unfolding and unfurling, and it's like,
I know a lot of people were talking trash about it. I was like, no way, man. Like, same thing with when I watch The Mandalorian. Like, sometimes I feel like I like lose track of the story because I'm just so like, whoa, look at that. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, look at that. I kind of just want to pause it and stare,
Yes, spoken like a real artist too. You're looking at design and everything. Has there ever been like a film or a project in recent history where the design just comes off and you're just like, why did you make that choice?
Justice League Steppenwolf, the first one.
Okay. That's true. What we just talked about. That makes sense. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know if I can think of a specific one. I feel like what happens a lot is we'll watch like a scary movie or a monster movie or something, and then I feel like let down, not by the monster, but just like the first thing I want to do is like go find the concept art online, because like I just want to see the whole thing, like I understand you can't show them in all their glory well lit in the movie, but that's what I want to see. So that's like the first thing I do. And so if the monster's not in the movie a ton, I'm like, ugh.
Well, what I look for, when it's a monster movie, it's like a horror film like that, is an amazingly designed creature, but you never see the whole thing ever in frame. They keep it, they show it strategically, just elements at a time. I mean, I think the contemporary archetype for that is the original Alien film with Sigourney Weaver. I think they did that masterfully.
Oh yeah.
Really, you didn't have to do a sequel after that, because you got the gist. That's what it does. And then, of course, you got the James Cameron sequel, which was also masterful. But now it's an infestation, right?
Yeah, literally.
You see them all in its glory, and now the horror is just being overwhelmed with so many of them.
Right.
And then it's like after that, it's like you can't really. What else can you do?
Yeah. Well, it's like so like Alien as the example. Even the first Predator, right? You don't see him till the end. And then when you have Alien versus Predator, that one movie where they go to Antarctica and you can just see him the whole time. It's like, So I'm like, I'm being a hypocrite here, because that's what I want. I want to see him the whole movie, but then at the end, I'm like,
yeah. Well, I think also too, you can see him the whole movie, but how do you tell that story? What's behind that story? So if it's just there for flash value and grandeur, it's it might come off a little empty and superficial, but it's like, how can you unveil it? But then like with the xenomorph design or the predator design, I mean those are so stylish and iconic, and they constantly stand this test of time, so much so that they inform so many other designs. And you tend I tend to see so many horror movies where that design is clearly in this film, and it's just like, it's just doesn't do it. Why aren't you doing your own thing? Why don't you try your own thing? Why isn't, like, maybe it's a mug monster or something? It's like, what if it doesn't always have to be a xenomorph, or it doesn't have to be some kind of warring hunter predator thing from another world, or I don't know. That's always the thing with like aliens. If you really want it to be truly alien, you got to design it to be nothing like that exists on Earth.
Right.
Because
who's freaking killer at that was Guy Davis in BPRD, man. That guy had to draw new monsters every month, and he killed it every time.
Oh yeah.
They're gross and creepy, but also like fit within that world. Oh man, he's the best.
Yeah. Oh, he is. Super talented. The that Lovecraftian thing from outer space. I always like the idea of like just scale up a single-celled organism, and it just have it like float around. I would think like something like that would be absolutely terrifying. You wouldn't know it to be terrifying, but all of a sudden it's like, oh, what's it doing? Oh, it eats your atmosphere. What the fuck? You mean I'm going to be without oxygen? Oh no, the atmosphere will ignite before you even
Yeah, don't worry.
You lose your last breath. Oh my god. I think we're writing another script. I love it.
I know, dude. I'm gonna keep these notes.
Yeah, we got a lot of. Don't worry, it's being broadcast, so it's recorded out there in the internet, so we can just fast forward and rewind,
Okay, cool.
for those little sessions. But it turns out this is not Cafe Crash. This is brainstorming with. Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate the input.
Yeah. What other story elements are you looking for in your own story? That's actually not a bad idea for a show. Let's create a story live and in person. You got an hour. Let's go.
Change the name of the show to Content Creators.
Content creators. Yeah. Or monster bakers.
Ah.
I'd say makers, but I don't want to get too dirty, and I want to eat it afterwards.
Dude, I'm down. I'm down. That's my next medium. I'm gonna get into making monster cakes.
Ooh, oh my God! I think you could corner the market on that.
They're all just gonna look like that protozoa monster you were describing, so don't expect anything too fancy.
This is where its little single-celled eye would be, and it's got a little hair thing, so it can swim around.
Yeah, and there's secret asthma in there somewhere. Oh no, that's like a DNA thing, right?
Yeah. If you eat it, you'll get asthma.
Yeah.
Ugh, that sounds appealing.
Then I'll make an inhaler cake, and you're all set.
You're all set. My lungs are opened. Oh man. Joe, it's been awesome being able to connect and chat with you on here, and
yeah, man,
and, interact with some of the fans and stuff, and what do you guys got going on tonight?
Tonight we're gonna cook up some food and maybe watch Naked and Afraid. I don't know.
Oh wow, yeah, I remember that series now.
They should really just change the name of that show to all these super buff dudes weenie out after a few days and the ladies crush it for the rest of the time, because I swear
That's awesome.
80% of the episodes it's big muscle dudes like I gotta go and then yeah, they should change the name of the show to something shorter than that, but it's the same thing.
Just call it all Ripley's.
Yeah. Blurred butts.
Yeah, blurred butts. Yeah, women are amazing. They'll outlast us because one, they kind of have to because we're shitty, and but it's like childbirth, go back to work. Absolutely resilient. So being out in the wilderness, not a big deal. Except for us. I mean,
I know.
If you guys take my underwear, I will scream and cry, and I will roll around in the dirt.
Something happened the other day. I was like talking about all this stuff I did at work. I was like, yeah, it was all this heavy stuff, blah blah blah. I had to lift so much stuff, and then got home and hit my arm on the corner of the table. I was all, I'm done for the day. It's over.
It's over. Yep. No, I did that. Yesterday I walked head first right into a branch. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing this, because I got a Harry Potter's lightning strike across my head.
Oh, dude, show it. Oh, nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I did that, and I blacked out as I was going down, and I dropped my coffee, and Elise is just like, it's like, oh, I do that at least 20 times a day. It's like, really, that did you out? And it's like, oh yeah, I feel fragile now.
Well, at least next time I see you, if you got the mark, I'll know what happened.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, we got another little comment that popped in. Erica Pearson says cousin.
Hey, that's my cousin. Hey, Erica.
That's cool. Yeah, you got a lot of support out there. Family loves what you're doing and stuff, and that's awesome.
I'm very fortunate. I'm blessed every day.
Cool.
Such a good bunch of family and friends, good pals.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, Joe, thanks so much again for coming on, and for everybody out there, follow Joe at on Instagram. It's the handle's streaming below, and make sure to stay tuned. You know, on Facebook as we developed the Enigma comic book, The Adventures of the Enigma, number
Woo!
one. And we'll be rolling out the Kickstarter and sharing some more art and stuff, and engaging the fans and everything. And hopefully, we'll be able to have Enigma in person involved in this too.
How cool.
Yeah, most definitely. Cool. Well,
thank you, Daniel. Thank you. I can't wait to see you in real life and give you a big old hug, man.
Oh, yes, I missed that. Oh, yeah. Oh, big old bear hug from Joe.
Oh, man, those are the best kinds.
Yes, they are. Joe, stick around for a few minutes. But to everybody out there, thanks so much for tuning in. And
thanks, everyone.
Be safe. Take care of each other. Help each other out during these hard times. We love you. Have a good night.